What's up guys, eDrift here, and today we're going to be finding out what exactly is the difference with these Rhino racing diffs. Stay tuned.
Me and my boys have a ride, hit the track, push the gas, seats back, that's eDrift, smoking tires, high horsepower, we hit the spots, swap out some fresh shoes, we on the move, drifting sideways with the boys, that's eDrift.
In today's video, what's the difference? So we got the Rhino Racing Clsd 4 gear. The diff in the car is the Rhino Racing Clsd 8 gear, but it is the lightweight version. I'm going to take it around for a lap on the track. Then we're going to switch it off and hand it to Gordon. And then Gordon is going to take it for a spin and we're going to see what he thinks. That way, you know, it's not so biased. This is the Rhino Racing Clsd 8 gear. And off we go. All right, I'm about half throttle there. It seems like it really sets in good in the turn. It doesn't seem like I really even need to give it more. It's almost like with this particular setup, more is less sometimes. Especially in the straightaways, if I let off of the gas, it actually just takes off like a rocket ship. Right there, I had to get into the boost and the turbo to fix my correction there, but still, no problem with grip even on the very edges of the limitations, you know, of the actual sweep there. And as far as the pace, I think this pace to me seems like a good pace to do some comping with, but at the same time also get some really nice tandems with people. It's a very good pace where I don't think, you know, you don't want to be leaving people in the dust, but at the same time, you know, you want to have a good speed. I think this gives you kind of like the best of both worlds. It gives you the grip when you need it on the outer edges there. And I'm going to be very biased on this one because this is my favorite from what I've tried so far. I'm going to be a little bit biased. But see right there, I was actually able to come back off that and still kind of push it back in there deep. It feels really smooth right around that like half to a little less than half throttle. It really coasts so nice and sets in really nice there. We'll get some cars behind us here and just kind of see how they follow in tandem here. But that's the, you know, I wanted to be able to, you know, at least drift with people and not completely lose them, but I want to have good wheel speed as well to be able to really get in there and really huck it in. So let's take it back like this. Yeah, so all in all, this one's feeling like it's got plenty of grip, but it feels like I don't have to be on the gas as much to keep that same kind of constant wheel speed up. And I really like how predictable this CLSD is. Very predictable, so it gives you that confidence to really hang with the other drivers. But also, you know, see how I'm able to slow right down and not have to worry about losing my side grip. It's just there. It's like always there. And we'll go to the big sweeper here and really push it. But this is where it really shines to me. You see how I was able to just kind of push that right on through there, all the way deep back in the corner there in the pocket. No problem with grip whatsoever. And right on the door. Doors galore. I really love the way this feels chasing other setups. It really does feel good. But yeah, I really do enjoy this setup for chasing, especially chasing. Very predictable.
Hey, what's up guys? Turbo G RC Drift here. We're driving eDrift's car right now. The 8 gears. Giving a little bit of gas to see how I can do in the corner. Oh, I can hold that drift. Hold that drift. Put him into the wall. Car is fast. I like it. It can hold corner speed very well. It can hold its speed into the corner very well with this diff in it. And honestly, it's a little bit faster than some of these other cars in it. I'm used to a 10.5 turn motor. Don't know what this one is, but this was a 10.5 as well. This one does feel fast and flowy through the turns. Oh, big sweeper turn. Let's see if I can chase Carlos here. Put the pressure on Carlos. Oh, 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 Carlos says come and get it. Oh, man. I like the Clsd right now. It's allowing me to put pressure. It's allowing me to apply pressure in spaces that I'm not used to. I like it. I can swing this thing out very far and hold the speed of it. Feels like I'm not losing pace on the track at all. So one thing I wanted to say about the 8-gear Clsd right now is that you can keep the flow of the car and just the momentum of the car up very well. The car does not lose momentum in the turns. It continues, and that's the most important thing to me. It's just exit speed. Like I said, I'm gonna repeat exit speed so many times with this. Exit speed is fabulous with this Clsd or this differential. You can just continue and keep your speed up throughout the whole part of the track. So like we have 2 big sweepers in this track. Like you can get yourself out of trouble, you can get yourself out of problems that you put yourself into. The car will correct itself, and then you will keep your drift up, you know, like with this. So that's one thing I just want to say that I can feel is a difference and a pro for this differential.
So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to swap out to the 4-gear diff. Step 1, we're gonna remove the bottom screws for the rear shocks. Step 2, we're gonna remove the 2 screws holding in this little 3D printed plate that my ESC is stuck to with some alien tape. With the 2 screws removed for the 3D printed plate, we can now move it out of the way and access the 2 screws holding on the rear shock tower and remove that. Step 3. Step 5 or 4 or whatever. We're gonna remove these bolts right here holding in the side cage, and then we'll be able to slide that bracket out, aluminum piece that's wedged in there, the aluminum wedge, and get to the diff. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the upper arm ball cup bolts right here on the rear on either side. That way we can pull the axles out of the diff. The cage removed, we can now access the diff. Careful when you remove the diff not to lose the bearings or any shims that you may have. I'm using a set of shims with this one, so we're going to go ahead and remove the bearings and the shims. And we're going to go ahead and put them on the 4-gear. Alright, as you can see, we now have moved the bearings and the shims to the Rhino Racing 4-gear Clsd. And this is the aluminum version. It's going to be a little bit heavier than the Clsd lightweight version. As you can see, the parts that were plastic are now in aluminum, so that's going to add a little bit of weight difference. I'll pop it up on the screen so you can see the difference. All right, let's go ahead and put the 4-gear in. All right, so we just friction fit this in there, just push it in there till it's snug, make sure it's lined up exactly right. And then we're going to go ahead and put the cage in and press fit that in there, making sure it's all lined up, and then we'll put the bolts in. All right, now that we've got the cage pressure fit back in there, and it fits exactly in there. So yeah, if it's not lining up, make sure you pull it out and line it up exactly. And once you get it in there, we're going to go ahead and install the 4 bolts back in, holding it in place. All right, so we have the 4 screws installed back in the little bracket cage for the diff. Now we're going to go ahead and line those axles back up, get them in there with the drive cup protectors, and then we'll go ahead and start bolting it back up. All right, we've got shocks back on, shock tower installed, and the upper arms installed as well. And now all we have left to do is 2 screws for the ESC little bracket here, and we're going to be back on the track. Here we go. All right, here we go with the 4-gear. Chasing Seth. Not too much problems keeping up right now. And that first sweeper, we're gonna come into the second one, gonna keep it nice and deep. Not bad there either. Losing a little bit of proximity there, but able to catch right back up in that turn. This one, honestly, to me, feels a little bit faster coming out of the turn at like, I'd say like not quite mid-throttle, but like just a hair touch below mid-throttle. It really does come into out of the turns with a good bit of speed. We're gonna go ahead and follow them around this way again, see if we can get right back on the door. Yeah, I feel like this one, you have to be a little bit more on the gas. If you want to kind of flick it into like a deeper turn, you kind of got to really flick it in there a little bit more than with the 8 gear, I feel like. But that could just be me. Let's really push it here. Really gonna push it here. Try to stay on the door. Come back around. Get deep in there. Yeah, this is actually a pretty decent speed for chasing. This setup at least. Okay, here we go. Now Seth chasing me. I'm gonna come around and try to hit the big sweep. Oh, and keep it right on the line. And I'm able to push it with this one and give it a nice little flick with the e-brake there as well. And it feels like once I get about 3/4 throttle, I'm really getting nice gripped up. Really good grip in there. Seth's able to stay right in close proximity, no problem, but I feel like I'm giving him a good pace as well. Here we are. What do you feel like, Seth, as far as my pace?
I do like the pace. It's not fast. Allows me to be consistent and keep a nice speed.
Yep. Sorry, I cut that line back there a little bit. That was my fault. Yeah, I'm not going to try to cut line. I'm going to try to give you a nice big lead there. Come back around, hit the zones. Yeah, honestly, I do like it, but I do feel like it's a little bit too quick coming out of the turns for me personally at the mid throttle range. I kind of like the 8 gear because I feel like the 8 gear you don't really have to be as much on the throttle to get the same amount of grip, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
What's up, guys? Turbo G Drift here. We're taking a run at the 4 gear Clsd. Still getting used to it. I can tell a difference though. One thing is the speed for me. Speed of getting in and out of turns. Entry and exit speed is a lot different that I can put down for the car now. Doing my best not to try to drive too differently. Oh man, it still feels great. I'll tell you that. I can tell a big difference between entry and exit speeds for the turns for me. Like, you don't need to be on the throttle, but it's great to be. We got a train going here. Oh my gosh, that was great. I saved it. Feeling great, saving it. I can still like accelerate out of the turns faster, but not as fast as what the 8 gear Clsd was. Well, let me get ready to pull over. Slower acceleration out of the turns. It's just a little bit slower of everything to me. That's what I feel like right now, but I can still feel a good acceleration and holding speed through the turns with this one as well. To me, not as good as the 8 gear, but still a good amount.
Hey, I want to take this time and thank some people whom without this video would not be possible. First and foremost, thank you to First State Hobbies for the awesome work that you guys do on the track. Turbo GRC Drift for all your help with making this video, and Sepher as well. Thank you guys so much for helping to make this video a reality. Greatly do appreciate all the help on the channel and continuing to make this track epic.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the links down in the video description. I'll put links to all of the different Rhino Racing Clsd, as well as a couple other different options as well that I've seen out in the hobby. Go ahead and check those out, and put your comment down below on what kind of diff you're using at the moment. What are you using in your setup, and what do you think of the video? Did you think the different differentials made any big differences? Put your comment down below. I'd be glad to see what you guys have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and there's going to be more RC drift videos to come in the future, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. eDrift out.